Hi, I'm Anatole, and this is my review of Dark, Season 1, Episode 7, titled Crossroads, which scored 8.7 on IMDb. And before I begin, let me just kind of qualify here that I'm going to try my best to do a fluid review, but as you've seen before, the amount of characters in the series can be a little difficult, and so sometimes I kind of struggle remembering the names of all the characters and their relationship with each other. Even at the beginning it was a little hard, but it just got even worse as the show as the series went on. And actually it's one of, for me, it's one of the positives about the show, that it rewards a lot of study, because there's such an intricate relationship between the characters and an intricate character tree. So what we got in this episode, I thought, was a nice balance between science fiction, procedural, and character drama, and there were nice scenes for all three. So I want to begin with the character drama, because earlier I complained that the series seemed to be all plot and no real character moments, but there were a couple really nice moments that called for some good acting and really highlighted the tension, the conflict the characters are having. So the first one is the scene between Ulrich and his wife, and here is where I'm, no, I can't get it. This is where I'm going to refer to the character chart that I've been using, and as I've mentioned before, unfortunately has a slight spoiler, otherwise I would link to it in the show notes, but it's been invaluable for me. So even though I'm a little spoiled, it's worth it. So yeah, Ulrich and Katerina, and this is the scene where Ulrich comes in, and he's already got the idea that from Charlotte, I believe, the one who's running the hotel. No, Charlotte's the police officer. From Regina, that she was not the one who narked on him, or won't say narc, but claimed that he had raped Katerina, but that it was actually Hannah. Sorry, this is really hard. It was Hannah who had done it, and he had been cheating on his wife with the person who had put the finger on him before. So, and then this is in the middle of him trying to solve the disappearance of his son. So he's all kind of twisted when he returns home. Oh, and he's been told he's been suspended at this point too. It even begins the conversation that way. Before Katerina hits him with the whammy, she knows that he's been cheating, and she's done with it. So that scene where Ulrich, the actor playing Ulrich, has to play all those levels of defeat, and then just being broken down, is just amazing. I'm looking for the actor's name because I like to give credit where credit's due. The actor playing Ulrich, and that is Luger Bokelman, and it's just a really great scene. And the actress playing Katerina, that's a tough scene too. No one that is good of heart really wants to hurt other people, and so even if you've been hurt by someone, when they come to you broken like the way that Ulrich does, you have to play that, even though she looks kind of done, like she doesn't want to hear what he has to say, she's over it. There's got to be part of that character that still doesn't want to hurt this person that she's lived with and had children with, and knows that she's going to hurt them. So that's all there. That was really great. And then the scene at the end where Jonas goes to his mom Hannah, and he doesn't say what he's learned, but he just hugs her, because he's given up the idea that he can rescue, well, I guess would be his friend, but he learns as his father that he has to just abandon this person in time. He has to make that choice, and that's a burden. He doesn't say any of that, but he goes to his mom, because after all, that's her husband, his father that he's left back there, and knowing what he's done, he just strongly hugs her. And at first, Hannah, the actress playing Hannah, doesn't do anything, and then she hugs them, and they both break down. And that moment is just the moment where they're crying. You don't need words; you just need the actors to be in that, to draw us, the viewer, along with them. And I I felt it. So I wanted to begin there. Then I said that we would talk about the science fiction and the procedural. The procedural still moved on two tracks. So Charlotte appeared to be pursuing the investigation separate of Ulrich, but really their threads are combining because of that road. I can't remember the name of the road. I want to say Forest Road. And the hint is, or the clue is that Helga said he took the main road instead of Forest Road. I don't remember the names. We'll say Main Road, Forest Road. And Charlotte goes to that side and goes down in the cave and finds something that's very disturbing. And this is separate from Ulrich, who knows that Helga has told a lie, and so he goes to, well, actually that's why he gets suspended. He goes to Helga and tries to get something out of him, and he's convinced that Helga knows something. So Charlotte's not buying in. She's got her own thread that is really connected to Ulrich, but she's not sold on Ulrich. She's not sold on what he's bringing to her. And us as the viewer, we know there's a connection. So that tension drives those scenes between the two. And then as we watch Ulrich following Helga, he knows Helga's leading him to something significant. He calls Charlotte, and so that's a thread that we're going to carry up later. And then the science fiction angle is the time travel. And because we've got things going on in two different timelines, that's where the weird time paradoxes start to pile up. But even though things aren't spelled out, I do believe that Jonas is the older man speaking to himself, in order to preserve the timeline. And I believe that the dude, what's his name? This is why I have this chart here, so I can get a hold of everyone's name when I can't remember them. Helga, just saying it, Helga. Oh my God. That Helga is the one. He's part of the crew that are facilitating this time travel through the sacrifice of these boys, and that the one that disappeared 3 episodes ago, Yassine, that's the one he's dragged, that the earlier version of Helga is dragging. Even though we don't see the face, I think that that's the same clothing. That was Yassine. And then, of course, Ulrich makes the discovery that is his brother, his lost brother, is the one in the current time. And that's kind of what clues Ulrich that something strange is afoot. So those are the three main plot lines, or the three main genres, one and the same, that were going on in the episode. We had the character moments, the science fiction element, which is mainly time travel so far, and then the procedural, which is people trying to solve this mystery of dead bodies, the dead boys. And so that leaves us, 3 episodes from the end of season 1? Can't remember if it's 9 episodes or 10 for season 1. I'm looking it up right now. It is 10. Yeah, so we are three from the end. So the last act, more or less, will be coming up, and that's what they were doing here. They're moving pieces and giving us moments where we could relate to the characters, which is good. So that when the plot starts to kick in, we are relating to the characters, and it means something to us what happens to them. That's all I got. Okay, well, I hope you'll join me for my review of episode 8, season 1 of Dark, and this is my review of episode 7, Crossroads, season 1 of Dark. That's all for now. Take care and be well. Goodbye.